Hello VC, this is Carsten, back again from my analog corner, and this time I'm back to make a response for Dave Splash, or the Dark Stuff's thread that he made two weeks ago. Actually I missed that video first, so I actually first saw it today. But I thought it was a great thread, so I thought I would try to do my version of that thread. And what Dave asked us to do was to make a top 16 of our best albums from the year where we were 16 years old, and he called this thread My Sweet 16. So this will be my response for this thread, My Sweet 16. But first I thought a little about it, but I thought because my taste have changed so much from where I was 16, I thought I would blend it up with bands I like back then when I was 16, or bands I like now from I was 16. I forgot to mention that when I was 16, it was in 1985. So I will be showing albums from 1985. I think I'm rambling a little bit here, but let me just start then and play some music from 1985. Back in 1985, I was kind of this. I don't know how you say that in English, sports guy or sports guy. I played soccer always, and I also played handball, which is a sport we play here in Europe. And when I wasn't playing all this sports, I was at this youth club we had, where we could do everything. We could play instruments. We could dance in the discotheque, we could play billiard, we could play table tennis, we could just hang out with our friends and girls and all of this great stuff. But let's get started here. I've made a mixtape, because that was the thing that we did back then, together with play vinyl. So let's start and play the first album. We listen too loud. Yes, it is. The first one I would like to show is Mirage, the album we listened to a lot back in 1985. Make room for the next, and the next one, a lot of all these tracks are just pop from 1985, because that was what I listened to. This is a Danish group called News. Of course, I listened to a lot of Danish music back in 1985. Electropop. It's a bit long, this one. Maybe it will cut out now. Come on. Yes, it will. I'm sorry. 1985. Mike and the Mechanics. Like those guys a lot. Mike Rutherford from Genesis and Paul Carrack on vocal. Great band. Mike and the Mechanics. Next up, I kind of think that this singer looks a bit like a frog. I don't know why. Slap bass playing here. Level 42. A band we listen to a lot. I listen to a lot. Yes, level 42. I don't know much to say. Oh, the next one were huge. Can you see it? A lot of glare here. The vinyl sounds terrible, but this, some people, and there were another one, Imagination, were huge here in Denmark. We some from some people. On to the next one. Yeah, this was very funny back then. We had never heard something like this before, and I believe this is a band from Switzerland. Yellow. The album Stella. And this track has been used in a lot of movies since then. So Yellow, Stella. Oh my god, the next one. I had a girlfriend at some point back then, and we listened to this all the time. You know, when we were making out and stuff. Mister, welcome to the real world. Great album. Huge. Also the next one, all of these are huge, or were huge for me back then. Simple Minds. I had to play this intro. It's so great. This is the album Once Upon a Time. But this whole album is fantastic. Really awesome. Maybe you can see that all of these albums or most of these albums are albums from the English hit list, because what was in England also became hits in the little country of Denmark. Of course, there's also some American ones. Yes, please change for the next one. This next one is also a Danish artist, and it's a band called Laban, also electro 80s pop. And actually this track became a small hit in the US with the title Love in Siberia, but this is the Danish version. So Laban, Love in Siberia, you can look that up. Oh God, I remember dancing to these guys in the discotheque at the youth club with the girls. And of course, there's no 80s without this next artist. Phil Collins. The album No Jacket Required. Funny title. Great 80s stuff. The next one is also a Danish artist, and this dude has the name Carsten Valentin Jørgensen, or C.V. Jørgensen. This guy were everywhere, mostly because he wrote some really good lyrics, but he also had a great band. So C.V. Jørgensen. Yeah. And the next one. Marillion. This is the song. What is it? Haley. Yeah. But you broke mine. And I know there's beginning to be a lot of people in the VC that likes Marillion. It's a great thing. I listened to them a lot back then, especially this track was played everywhere. And for some instrumental music too. You like this one a lot too? By a Frenchman. Michel Jarre. The album, I don't know how to pronounce that. Equinox or something like that, maybe. This is a great track. Sounds wonderful. Also on this vinyl. That was was Jean-Michel Jarre. And now to the Danish rock mama. But this was her first, or no, it was her second solo album. Senna Salomonsen. And she's actually still playing a lot of years after. Look at this. This cost almost 100 Danish kroners in 1985. That's about $18. So you're thinking this is 30 years old. What is it? 85? 30 years old. Oh my god. And there's no 1985 without Dire Straits. Money for nothing. I actually learned that drum intro in this youth club. Great stuff. So I can play a little drums, or I could back then. Probably can play a little still, but not a lot. Dire Straits, brothers in arms. And of course, I can't make a list without having this artist on my list. But the track I've chose to play is the track Condition of the Heart, because this actually shows that Prince is a very good piano player too. And of course I have to talk over the entire track, because or else I will get flagged. This was Prince's album from 1985, when I was sweet 16. So yeah, this is the album Around the World in a Day, of course. So yeah, Dave and the rest of you guys, this was my Sweet 16, top 16 list. I hope you enjoyed it. I know that you, Dave, your taste is a little bit different from what mine were back then. But this was what I listened to back in 1985 when I was 16. Well, I think I'll just end here and have a nice day. VC. Bye bye.